Ladies and gentlemen, how you doing this Sunday morning? Bless up on yourself, bless up on yourself, bless up on yourself. What a bangarang, ladies and gentlemen. I have to pick up talking my TV on this one. Before we get into the topic, Delroy Chuck creating waves with his statement out here, you understand, in regards to the Integrity Commission and statutory declaration and his advice to the parliamentarians. It sparked a discussion between Dionne Jackson Miller and Marlon Morgan, aka Mr. Crash Dummy. I am now dubbing him Mr. Crash Dummy, ladies and gentlemen.
Embarrassing. He needs some milk.
I'm telling you. Honestly, I can't even cap. But the first thing I want you guys to do is hit the like button coming through the door, ladies and gentlemen. Follow me on all platforms, Bolo V&R, Bolo V&R 2.0, and Bolo V&R Clips. Let's get us to 1,000 subs on Bolo V&R Clips today. Last time I checked, I only need 100 plus subs. So go over to Bolo V&R Clips, ladies and gentlemen, and sub up right now. Anyway, listen me now, people. You know the Cash App is available and the PayPal is available in the comment section. Alright, it's pinned. The Zelle is also available, but if you sell me anything, reach out to me with the receipt, whether by Instagram, phone, or email, WhatsApp or email. Good. All information is in the channel links. Cool. And also Nightbot is dropping the links in the comment section while you're watching this video. Alright, without any further ado, basically Dionne Jackson Miller call out Mr. Marlon Morgan, just like how I call him out the other day, because he might try use word salad and gymnastics to explain out the bad deeds or the bad actions of members of the People's National, the Jamaica National Party, the Jamaica Labour Party, Andrew Honest, everybody. Anybody that said anything at him, them send out Mr. Crash Dummy. If you just put some things together to make the things sound good to people now use them brain. Anyway, Dionne Jackson Miller definitely angling business right, so ladies and gentlemen. So I want to listen to this on Talking Mind TV.
So if them did that work, them would know what going on. So them could never work. But anyway, I have something more. Dionne Jackson Miller back up with the original name, more like when name. Don't remember what that
Marlon Morgan. Marlon Morgan.
But
man, don't even remember his name.
Advice. Dionne Jackson Miller back him up. I'm trying to defend Piece of Bed Turker, Delroy Chuck. Speech. Only listen to reason.
Listen this.
Means and speak clearly. Do not try to suggest that there is any misinterpretation here.
There is a reason, because I know that there's a lot of gray area. I am dealing with the black and white that is before us. What the minister said in very clear Jamaican standard English. He said, I have advised the relevant member. That must be instructive. It means that of the universe of parliamentarians, the 84 of them, and indeed perhaps other public officials, there are some who have attended upon him in relation to a challenge they have had, and this is the advice as Justice Minister, the minister who piloted the legislation, that he has proffered to them.
You know, say, we figure out something, ladies and gentlemen. You know, say, only a narcissist in a Jamaica Labour Party. The man said very standard English, so we must suggest him alone know standard English, and him alone know and understand and interpret what Delroy Chuck say. When you play it over and over again, you don't change what I'm saying. The interpretation is very clear. There wasn't any gray areas. But let me go back and look a bit and make him talk, and then just make it flow. Cause you would trigger me, I don't know, I swear.
Member, that must be instructive. It means that of the universe of parliamentarians, the 84 of them, and indeed perhaps other public officials, there are some who have attended upon him in relation to a challenge they have had, and this is the advice as Justice Minister, the minister who passion to a challenge that minister is a
missing means and
sure. But I'm not going to know him vice. Dionne Jackson Miller back him up. him a try defend piece of bed Turker, Delroy Chuck speech. Only listen to the reason, yeah.
Means and speak
There is a
clearly.
reason why
Do
I
not
am
try to
emphasizing
suggest
what
that there
was
is any
actually said.
misinterpretation here.
There is a reason, because I know that there's a lot of gray area. I am dealing with the black and white that is before us. What the minister said in very clear Jamaican standard English. He said, I have advised the relevant member. That must be instructive. It means that of the universe of parliamentarians, the 84 of them, and indeed perhaps other public officials, there are some who have attended upon him in relation to a challenge they have had, and this is the advice as Justice Minister, the minister who piloted the legislation, that he has proffered to them.
Let me move on to the
clear on
other.
that?
No, you can be clear on what you're saying, and I am
you don't
clear.
wish to be clear based on the text that is here.
You know, you're not going to do this, you know, right? You can come and put any interpretation you want. I am saying the minister's words were clear. All right, and I'm saying
That's why I'm faithful to the minister's words, not any figment of my imagination.
No, you are putting an interpretation on the minister's words.
That's your opinion.
No, that's a statement of fact.
Hey, me love how Dionne Jackson Miller deal with him. It's a statement of fact that come talk about your opinion. Hey. Yo, that you that trigger me. Swear to God, yo, the man. Brother, not because your head big, bro. You have other people you have brain to, bro. You can't trick with. You understand? And Delroy Chuck, no, you can't trick with. Delroy Chuck for resign now. And Jonas for resign now. What you have said? Warmington for resign now. Who else? Desmond McKenzie for resign now. Them up on the top of the list. Floyd Green for resign now. Who else? Who else blatantly lie to you people them? Only for them for reason, but them they're on top of my mind right now. Moving on.
Of course.
Because this is a clear sentence. But before I run out of
So what do
time,
you take relevant member to refer to here, Dionne?
I already told you the
It could
possible.
refer to married people.
Correct.
Okay.
I'm not
All
saying
right,
that
fair
is
enough.
what I am interpreting it as. I am saying you are acting as if your interpretation is the only one that's valid, and I'm saying that's not
That's what
so.
I mean.
But there is
out of
actually
the avoidance of
there
any doubt
there.
on the program.
Let us assume,
minister intended.
and let's assume, because I heard him talking to Emily yesterday and he gave that same explanation. Now let's assume that what all of that is correct. There is actually a far broader concern, which is the minister's insistence that it is not appropriate to be asking about salaries of spouses and children. And given the fact that this legislation, the intent, he said that could not have been the intent. The intent of the legislation is to prevent public servants from thieving money and hiding it in accounts.
We know the trust and
Yo, before that idiot brother, yeah, send up people, let me tell you something. You see, the law in terms of this particular law is a universal law anyway in a rural level. Public servant has to declare their assets, and where applicable, them supposed to declare them spouse assets and them income as well. It's the easiest way to siphon off money undetected. Your child, your girlfriend, your wife, your brother, your sister, your mother, your father. It's the easiest way. Your favorite uncle, your best friend. It's the easiest way. So that you tell him if you go sit down, you need to come down. Foolishness no attack. You need to come down. That's true. You need to come down, people. Oh Lord. You need to come down. God have mercy.
the spirit of legislation.
I am going to finish my point.
Sure.
Okay. The intent of the legislation is to prevent public servants, not just parliamentarians, from thieving money and hiding assets under the names of their spouses and their children. That is why we have minor children and spouses supposing to declare. So it is of great concern to hear this pushback now from the parliamentarians as to why should spouses declare.
All right, so Dionne, I am very mindful, and I suspect our listeners this evening, many of them are mindful as well as to the thrust of the Integrity Commission and what they're seeking to achieve in terms of averting people being able to siphon off resources and hide it, in all kinds of places. But just to be clear here, the minister, because this is as a committee of parliament, was being exploratory and probing in his remarks. And that's why I'm going to read a part of the remark. He says here, and you see, referring to the chairman, of course, Dionne, I don't know if this is something that is appropriate, chairman. That's a question. You're being probing here. You're interrogating, because this is precisely what you want members to do when they're in committee. We're seeking to look at legislation to determine how we make them more relevant, how we make them more fit for purpose, how you make the laws serve a greater deterrent.
Right, Chuck, so what I'm saying, you can justify
a piece of legislation, you may elect to narrow the scope beyond. So the idea is that we come with a law in one instance, but with the passage of time, based on further and better perspectives, based on our experiences with the legislation, we may elect to amend. So he throws a question. Now, the question that is thrown out, and the fact that he is exploring this, doesn't suggest that, listen, he is not seized or mindful of the appropriateness of the Integrity Commission being able to detect and go after persons who are essentially 2 foot posts.
Perhaps you should listen back to his conversation with Emily. Perhaps you should listen back to his conversation with Emily, in which he was very clear that he did not think it was appropriate to be asking about assets of spouses and children.
Not fine. This is a double talking, fast talking fool. May I tell you that straight. That brother here, him take people for fool and him a fool himself. He can't fool some fool, but he can't fool intelligent people. And people have good reasoning ability. We're not going to, we believe somebody. You were the one that said you should believe somebody when they tell you who they are. And this man has clearly told us who he is. He is a legislator, a King's Council that has an issue with statutory declaration. One is advising other members to tell the Integrity Commission that them spouse no this and no that. That is who he is. He's telling them to break the law. Because he doesn't think it's appropriate for the Integrity Commission to even ask them about their spouse, when the legislation that is there actually demands that they're supposed to ask them for it, and they're supposed to give it. And if they don't, there are fines that can be applied, and in some cases imprisonment, and in other cases other recommendations. So why would that youth, yeah.
Which goes against what this argument you are making about exploring legislation. That is not what was said.
And that's fine, as he is well within his right to do. The reason why
you notice how when she knock him, he just says some foolishness. What do you mean that's fine? It's not fine. It's total opposite of fine. It's actually damning. Right? It's actually disgraceful. Foolishness here, chat, brother.
Legislation is before people get in the house. Because from time to time, legislation has clauses that see them coming up for review. And that's fine, because you may be of a particular mind in one instance, and indeed, based on the passage of time and the experience that the country has with a piece of legislation, you may evolve to a position where you say, listen, this is not fit for purpose. It is not.
You evolve to a position that we should not be asking for declaration of assets from spouses and children when it is well known that they are used as proxies by people who are seeking to hide illicit wealth.
Well, why wouldn't a second cousin be used by a 2 foot post to do what 2 foot?
So hold on, Marlon Morgan, I tell for yourself. Are you using your second cousin to steal the Jamaican tax dollars? Man, I tell for yourself, you know. Oh, you not use your if you, I don't know if you have a wife or a wife, or I don't know if you don't know about your life, but the way I say, why would you even say that? That doesn't dismiss the fact that they still have to get the wife and the daughter and the son and the mother and the father. All they're telling us is that there's more possibilities to explore that them can thief the money off of. It's still oh my God. Your point does not dismiss the point that the law states what it states for one. Two, that it is a valid law that is necessary. So the argument that Delroy Chuck was putting out is foolishness, and the argument that you're making for his foolish argument is double foolishness. Whether cousin, sister, girlfriend, wife, mother, father, all of them, statutory declaration of involved with a public servant. Point blank, period. Foolish is your chat.
Push out though.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't a second cousin or an aunt?
I tell you what, Mr. Morgan, no, I don't see the point at all. And I know you,
there is no point Dionne Jackson Miller. Foolishness in my talk.
I know you know, say you're talking fool. I know you know you're
Foolishness.
I know you know
I am not
that
being
people do not
honest.
take assets and put them in the accounts of second and third and fourth cousins. I know you know that.
What
Even if people did that, his point is still foolishness. Because you're going to put it in the person where you trust the most. You don't trust your second cousin like that, bro. Your wife. You ever hear them say pillow talk is a hell of a thing? Your son might not know nothing, and just use him because you control him account. What you mean? We have evidence of other cases. This is not a new fresh thing that just happened in the earth, where people have been doing this for many years. Why is this big-headed, fast-talking, word salad constructing bridging there? No go sit down, man. Yo, the man a piss me off, bro. Like, what is going on? Don't want to tell me what you think in that comment section.
he's doing it.
I tell you what, I'm at the break.
I know what many of us suspect that they do.
I
but
tell
I
you
don't know
what.
for a fact because I don't have any people
I'm
come
at the
to
break.
Mr. Marlon and give it to my godmother.
I'm at the break. We'll talk again, I'm sure.
Yo, me tell you something. You see, anytime I hear somebody attack fast, I don't want to give person no other time for talk. Usually them no really have a valid point. Dionne Jackson Miller literally listened to the foolishness and debunked it with 5 words. You know that I know a foolishness you talk. I know 5 words to the word, yeah. 7 words. You know that I know a foolishness you talk. Oh, 10 words. You know that I know you're speaking foolishness. You know that I know. Man, listen, this dude is slow.
Embarrassing. He needs some milk.
One thing me can't tell him. Ladies and gentlemen, you know this time, man. So wrong. Anyway, I don't want to think in the comment section, ladies and gentlemen. Oh man, something is wrong. No, but this guy, man,
All lies will be exposed. That's all. And
something wrong, so some shots in my card. Anyway,
anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
Something not right, my wisdom warriors. Something is not right. Tell about them.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have one thing to say to the people of Jamaica, and I have to repeat it in every single live.
Well, finally, I want to say to the people of Jamaica, we're at a tipping point. One of the things that Richard Pandoy, CEO of Seprod, said to me today, that I can't understand why everybody's so silent and why the people are so silent and I take all of this problem. And that's why I say, we want the people of Jamaica to rise up and rise up and make the man them know. So we know that we are in a crisis and we're not tolerating those things anymore.
That is it, my friend. That is it.